It's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. Oh my goodness. Sorry I'm so late, you guys. Yeah. The anxiety attacks in the middle of the night continue, and it's very rough to sleep, to get the right amount of sleep. It's been rough. All right. But we're here to play and have a good time. I wanted to show you something I'm working on my own time. One of the things I'm doing, so I have found that doing a regular practice of something really does help and makes a difference, right? Practice, practice, practice. The age-old saying, practice makes perfect. Well, this isn't going to make perfect, and I'm not trying, but it is going to make me better at something. So, I finished this card the other day. So let's start there, because I know we worked on this together and then I had to go. I didn't get it glued down. Well, I did get it glued down, just not with you guys. And I want to show you that I added the 5th parameter. I added a cat. So this is my craft roulette card for this week. And I did add a cat. And then I added Dear Santa. I meant to behave, but there were too many other options in here, like from the kitty. And it's funny because he's kind of looking down here where it says, I'll leave the North Pole tonight, arrive at your house Christmas Eve, Santa Claus. And the cat looks a little nervous about the situation. And not that I think cats get nervous. But I did finish that, and the cat came from Red Lead Paperworks. Okay, so that's that. Then I've been on my own time. Miss Beth, I'm turning this little Hoo Mixed Media notebook, sketchbook, whatever you want to call it, mixed media book, into, I'm calling it the trifecta, but basically I'm drawing 3 faces on every page. And my goal is to get better at drawing faces. It does have some Zentangle in here. So, and I'm practicing eyes, mouths, different things. But so every day this month in November, I'm drawing 3 faces and painting 3 faces. I think these are kind of the best ones yet. Some singing girls. This was yesterday's faces. So yeah, I just want to get better at faces, different directions and angles and things like that. Why? I don't know, just because I want to. But yeah, so this is going to be my trifecta face journal, and I'm going to see how many faces I can do in November. So I was thinking if I did 3 faces on every page and I did a page a day, I'll do basically 100 faces in November, and I'll be better at painting faces when I do that. So that's something I'm doing on my own time. And I think what I'm going to do, you guys, for me personally, and y'all are welcome to join along, is basically every month I'm going to pick something to focus on, and I'm going to do, you know, like that thing for 30 days. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've been playing with Desiree stamps and painting and having all kinds of fun with them. So let's turn this one into a card real quick, especially since I'm late. So this one's called A Tangled Frame. And I do believe that she probably meant for the stamp to go, you know, like this. But I really like it like this. And really, it could go like this, or this, any direction is fine. I painted this one with watercolor and gouache. I got my Hemi gouaches up. And we can play with them a little bit too. But these are my Hemi gouaches. And they're not jelly anymore. They're all dried up. But that's fine because you can just reactivate them. I've had these for years. And yeah, I'd like to have some new, nicer gouaches, but I'm going to use these first. So anyways, let's turn this into a card. What have all of you been up to? It's been a couple of days. What's everybody been doing? Miss Beth. Oh my goodness. I just really loved you and Hazel together last night. Your interview on Miss Hazel's channel. Beth, are you a moderator? You are. Feel free to please pop in a link to that for everyone so that they can find Miss Hazel. They may already know her, and see your interview. That was so cool. I really, really loved it. So I got some card bases the other day, and they're pretty light weight. They're not my normal heavy cardstock. And I told myself they'll be fine for layered cards, you know, because sometimes a heavy piece of cardstock isn't great for a layered card. But I don't know. I like a heavy card, so I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. All right. I'm up and looking for a particular stamp. There she is. I put her back. I never found my scorpion. I want to make the scorpion moon card. I think I'm going to use this girly on here. I think she would just be so cute right there. I was trying to decide which size. This is red lead as well. You guys, I'm going to do it. I've been destashing, and I know the last time I destashed, it was my biggest destash yet. Well, I'm about to get rid of so much. Basically, the only thing I'm going to keep is, of course, Desiree, Tim Holtz, Dina Wakely, red lead. Like, I'm about to get rid of all my MFT, all my other stuff. It's just about to go. So, I think I'll be able to basically clear a whole filing cabinet and then put all my favorite stamps in my filing cabinet. There's no turning back. I'm done with all the early stuff that I bought. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to do it. All right. Let's stamp these little girlies out. I'm going to use a scrap. Well, hello, Miss Esther, and hello, Miss Vicky. Hi, Linda Gorman. Hey, Angie Downs. How are you guys? Hi, Jason. Hi, Flo. Good morning, good morning. I see everyone saying hello. Lovely coloring, Biddy. Oh, thank you. This, yeah, fun, fun. I'm going to try, I think 1 month, I'm going to work on value. It's nothing I've ever considered before. And it does make a difference. He is in Jamaica, and the whole place is just devastated. They had the most lovely home before all of this, and we got pictures, and it was just so sad and so devastating. They have to start over. They'll be able to keep their walls, and that's about it. Everything else will have to be fixed and replaced. It's really, really sad. That is the update from Jamaica. I don't know. So they have their house, they had part of the house had like a slab concrete roof, and it was over the maid's quarters and the office. And apparently those rooms, I think, are okay, although they were flooded. But every other room is done. Oh, it's so sad. I need to share a video so y'all can see the road that they take to get up the mountain, because they live at the top of it. This road is scary on a normal day. Now it's just terrifying. It's scary on a normal day because it's extremely narrow. It winds around the mountain. And in America, it would be considered a one-lane road, but in Jamaica, it's 2 lanes of traffic traveling on it, and one edge of it just goes straight down. And you know, it's just, it always makes me nervous traveling on that road on a good day. Well, now the road, of course, has sustained a lot of damage, but it's the only way to get to Anchovy. So, which is the parish they live in. Long Hill Road is what it's called. So I've also, yeah, got a video of that. Oh, thank you for adding that, Beth. Hello, Crystal. So good to see you this morning. All right. And then what are these sentiments? I think they're really fun. I really like these. Dear Art Girl, happy birthday. Best friends forever. May all your dreams come true. Yeah, I remember really liking those. Okay, let's pick a girl. And which way is she going to go in this arrangement? I kind of like her admiring the flowers by facing them. There's this bigger girl who's kind of facing away from them. What do y'all think? I think we should probably do the girl who's facing the flowers. Let's watercolor her. Oh, you guys, I need your, shoot, I meant to, I'll try to text her right now, which is kind of cruel, but hey, whatever. She's a mom. She's probably up. Okay, y'all know in Texas we had the floods this summer, which devastated. It took, I think, around 200 lives. I know it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm talking about this. I'm sorry. But my best friend, one of my best friends, her daughter goes to school with a few of the girls who went to Camp Mystic and lost their lives in the flood. Well, they're trying to get together handmade, doesn't have to be handmade, but they prefer handmade cards with a nice message inside for the families. Because, you know, it's like coming up on the holidays. It's going to be their first holidays without the girls. And anyways, my friend's like, I know you did the Uvalde card drive. we don't need 20,000 cards, but is there any way that, you know, maybe you could get your friends to send cards for these families? And I was like, I will definitely mention it to them. Now, here's the thing. It's a pretty quick turnaround. Their goal is 100 cards is what they were trying to achieve, so that the family would have a card a day for some time to open. If you guys want to, aren't they cool, Flo? This is Desiree's drawing. I know. So cool. And then these, I colored them like bows. But if you guys are interested, I will get her address. Now here's the thing. You have to mail them to her house, not mine. Don't mail them to me. Because November 17th is the cutoff. They're trying to have these cards delivered all at once on November 17th. I know it's a quick turnaround, and I'm not sure, you know, I know people are making Christmas cards and probably busy with the holidays, and Thanksgiving is coming up and all those things. But if you have a connection, or, you know, have a feeling and you want to participate, what I'm going to do is come back to this video later and I will add her address so that you can mail them to her and she will deliver them. You can write a message into the families if you want. There's 2 families that we're sending these to. Or you can leave them blank, but messages preferred, I believe, on this one. And just a simple, something simple and uplifting. Would be fabulous. So let me know what y'all think. You know, it's funny because I am always up for a good cause as a card maker. I think that's why I make cards. I mean, it's why I started in the first place. But it's Beaver Moon. Awesome. It was a full moon last night, Angie. I don't have any beaver stamps. Anyways, I will get her address, let her know I'm putting it on the description of my video, and I'll put the 2 family names for the 2 girls. There were 5, but I think they're just trying to take care of the 2 families right now. Whoops, oh, she lost a hand. That's okay. It's further behind her back than the way they drew it, that's all. So, yeah, I started card making to bless others, and y'all all know this because I tell y'all this all the time, but, you know, I started it simply so that I could donate cards to my church, because they went through so many cards, and I was like, well, I'll just make a bunch of cards and donate them. And so I keep that at the heart of what I do here. And when this tragedy happened, of course, I was like, oh gosh, I would love to send them cards, but, you know, so this was a situation where I think just prayer, and I think God knows our hearts, and we now have an opportunity where we can bless these families with some cards, handmade cards. So I'll get more information if y'all are interested. Nobody has to participate. Only participate if you want to. And you'd only need to send like 2 cards, 1 for each girl's family. Okay, so that is an order of business that I now have out of the way. Oh, look at her in there. She's just perfect. Okay, next order of business. I will be here on Saturday with my friend Karen. Karen's coming back. And we're going to be painting watercoloring poinsettias. And it's going to be beginner friendly. So just bring your watercolors and your willingness to try, and you will be successful. Okay? It's not like you have to come with a ton of skill or anything. All right. Now, one of the things I was wanting to do to this background was add some mark making or something to the very back of the background. And then we'll put her on here. I don't think I'm going to add a sentiment. But I think I'll pop her up. But yeah, I kind of want to add tone on tone, some mark making back here. This paper was not watercolor paper. It's really thin. Yeah, it's just awful. Well, yeah, so Angie, the Scorpion Moon card that I want to make, it's not a Scorpion Moon, but I have so many Scorpios in my birthday. Oh my gosh. So many Scorpios in my family. Like, my brother-in-law was on the 4th. My husband's on the 13th. And there's many others. And I think their cousin's on the 8th. My sister-in-law is like on the 21st. They're everywhere. So I wanted to make a series of Scorpion Moon birthday cards for all these Scorpios this year. So it wasn't necessarily following the names of the moons, but we have been doing that this year, which I love, by the way. And yes, last night was a super moon. So it was the beaver moon. I didn't know. I tried to, you guys, my robot, she's getting really unreliable and less intelligent somehow. My Alexa, I'll say her name lightly for all of you in case y'all have one too. She's somehow dumbing it down. I don't know what's wrong with her. She should be getting smarter. But she's not. I'll ask her questions and she'll give me, I think she has dementia. She gives me completely unrelated answers, and then she talks out of turn about random things. She makes farting noises when I don't want them. Like, my husband was calling one time and he was in a very, we were talking about a loss of a family member. He had just told me they passed, and it was a very heavy, difficult conversation. And she just started, she's like, I have 100 fart sounds, and she did them all. I couldn't get her to stop. Really inappropriate timing. So she's kind of broken. I was trying to ask her yesterday, what's the name of the moon this month? And she doesn't know. But she can make 100 fart sounds, apparently. So there's that. You know, you just got to learn what you can depend on her for. Stamp is a prime example of why you shouldn't kiss a butterfly. You'll turn into one. John. I have butterfly wings that I sometimes wear on Halloween. Okay, so we've got our little girl. Let's do it. I'll have an extra 2 bags full. Hi, Eileen. Biddy, just tell us where you need them sent and when. So I need them sent before, they have to arrive to her before November 17th, because that's the day that they're taking a whole big box of them to the family, each family's house. November 17th. So we'd have to send them pretty soon. So I will get on the horn with her and make sure she understands. I said, I need you to understand what you're asking me to do and what could happen. Because my people, when, you know, when called upon, they act. So I need to make sure you're fully committed here. And she's like, I'm fully committed. And I was like, all right, here we go. Supposedly she's prepared. But here's the thing. I think if, we end up sending her a bunch of cards and she needs to deliver them a day later or something, that would be okay too. Let's use this marker. I've clearly never used it before. This is coming from my mixed media drawer. And let's just make some simple marks back here. I don't know how this is going to react with the gouache. So it's an experiment, a test. So yeah, I'm going to use 30 days at a time to grow my skills, you guys, and get better at things. I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. I've been having fun with the faces. Maybe after this card, we can do a couple of faces together for today's. And then I'll have today's done. All of this because of the tangling in October. I was like, you know what? That was so much fun. I loved doing all of that tangling in October. Okay. Oh, Eileen, thank you so much for asking that question. That's what I meant to tell y'all. Saturday is at 10 a.m. Do not show up here at 8. I won't be here. Well, I'll be here waiting patiently to meet with Karen, but Karen's not an early riser, and I'm not trying to torture the kind guests that are willing to come on here with me. So I told her, no worries, we'll start at 10 a.m. and not to disrupt her sleep pattern for little old me. Well, and all of you. I know we usually do 8, but when we have guests, we gotta accommodate for our beautiful guest. So it is going to be, I know that line doesn't go there, but it's okay. It's going to be at 10 a.m., not 8 a.m., 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, me and Karen and some watercoloring. Now, look, there's a strong possibility that some gel printing will come into play because Karen loves slapping paint on paper. Well, here lately, she's been playing with her gel plate daily. So, it could happen. Don't be surprised. But we're really going to be focusing on watercolor flowers and turning them into cards and making Christmas cards. So if that sounds fun to you, come on over. And if you're busy, come back for the replay. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Gianna. I hope all of you are still here. I think it matters enough just that you care. And that's uplifting part. to speak from the heart. Oh, yeah, and the cards. Yeah. I know it's really hard when we were doing the Uvalde card drive. It's sometimes really hard to write a message, but maybe a scripture or, and then I think just your name and your state is all you need. Um, you know, um, yeah, it's hard though. I know. So here is our card. Isn't she lovely? What time is it? 6:26. Well, faces take all of 5 minutes, but I'll go ahead and I think we're gonna stamp that stamp out again though and paint it is what we're gonna do. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get 3 faces on here real quick. Okay. The color of the face, just the complexion, all complexions. I'm doing all complex. Even some of mine, like the choir girls, weren't even human colored, so I don't really care about that. I'm painting a rainbow of people because that's what I like. Now, one thing that I do want to work on also is painting complexions that have different colors in them. But right now, I'm just getting comfortable painting faces. That's it. That's the big idea for November, is just get comfortable and get better to where I don't cringe when I paint a face. All right, so that will dry. That'll dry while we stamp out this pretty little frame. I do have it loaded up on my stamp positioning tool still. And this time I'm going to stamp it on watercolor paper. That's not watercolor paper. I don't think. Nope. This is watercolor paper. So these stamps are great for 5x7 card makers, but you don't have to use them on 5x7 cards. But she was thinking of 5x7 cards when she designed these, which makes me a very happy lady. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Because I think I'm going to re-stamp this. I need to behave differently. Been hearing that my whole life. No, I've always been pretty well behaved, actually. My parents always said, you never gave us an ounce of trouble. I just left that to my brothers. All right. But I think they forgot a few things too. A few ounces of my trouble they might have forgotten. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick a line because it extends past it. So I'm gonna pick that line right there and tell myself, self, just on the line. Okay, and this is pushed in. Because y'all know me, I cannot line these things back up after the explain to chat, got the situation, and it'll write something lovely. You can use it or edit it. Awesome. How about the sentiments, those that we had in our arms for a little while, we hold in our hearts forever. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, and they're doing it, and I understand why, because, the world moves on, and they move on much faster than loved ones. And so they want them to know they're not forgotten and that we're all still remembering and that they have support in their community. It's really beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's a mom group that's doing it. So now, because this is watercolor paper, I do have to stamp it a couple of times. It's a hot press, which means it's textured. I'm sorry, I think it's cold pressed, not hot pressed. Hot press is smooth, cold press is not. Good morning, Reagan. How you doing? Almost time for me to log on to work. Oh, geez. Yeah. You guys, by the way, I think the November birthday party will be on November 15th. My birthday parties for you guys have been basically mid-month. The special guest is Dr. Shrub. He doesn't know it yet. And that's when we're going to show his cards. Okay? He's roaming about the cabin somewhere. I never know where he is unless he's sleeping. Okay, I think that's pretty good because I'm going to come back over it again. Well, one final press. Okay. So this will be another card. How about we grab a color cube thing? I have one sitting on my desk from the last project I used them for. There's no way I would order the new ones for myself because I've used these a total of 3 times, literally. Like, I'm not even selling it short. I've used these maybe 3 times. But they do have new ones, which is cool. And, you know, Sarah and Renee Clark redesigned them and made them super cool and all that stuff. I just don't use them enough to justify it. That's very fallish. Just not an orange person, y'all. Sorry. I'm definitely team purple. If it's got a lot of orange, I'm putting it back. All these have a lot of orange. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that one. Let's do that one. I'm just going to mix the colors. Let's see. That's a stamp from Cracker Box Palace. Huh? Almost time for me to go to work. Cracker Box Palace, Vicky? We're going to do a mixture of watercolor and gouache. Okay, so let me try to mix these colors real quick like. And since I'm doing a mixture of watercolor and gouache, I'm doing the watercolor first, the gouache last, because gouache is opaque, meaning, and watercolor is transparent. So, meaning you can't see through gouache, but you can see through watercolors. So let's do the transparent layers first and the opaque layers last. All right. That is the plan. I'll go ahead. I'm going to leave that brown because we do have those heads resting over there. And that's going to be their neck. So, you know, I sometimes need a little more of their complexion. All right. See if I can mix these colors. I actually think one of my colors is like this blue right here, straight out of the pan. So that's cool. I don't think I'll have to mix this one. It needs a little bit of green in it. Both of these colors have green in them. So let me add a touch of just the tiniest bit of yellow and see what happens. A tiny bit more. Too much yellow. Okay, let's go back to the blue. That'll do. That's quite nice. I think that looks good for that one. Gray. Next up is gray. Between the time change and the full moon, my 19-year-old cat was basically awake all night. Oh my gosh, Rayan. I tell you, the time change is cruel. It's cruel to all of us. I don't know how to keep my white paint and my yellow paint clean. My gray's a little darker, but it is watercolor, meaning it'll dry back lighter. So I think that's fine for that one. Oh, that green is looking funky. All right. This color. I'm going to start. I have kind of a turquoise color here. I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to add a bit of green to it because it's just a little bit too blue. There we go. There it is. Spilling over here. I'll just make two. Probably need it anyways. These wells are pretty small. With a touch of phthalo in it. Wham bam, that's the color for me. Okay. Now this one, let's do this blue again. A little color mixing for you guys. And then to this blue, I'm going to add, I think I'll add a little phthalo to that too. Phthalo green. Yeah, that's good. All right. Oh, that's a pretty palette. What do y'all think? Biddy, do you have your roulette card done yet? Oh, yeah. I do, John. This is it. I submitted it on Monday. We made it here together. Yes. Yes, indeedy. All right. I would be here, but I'll be in Galveston with my mom and twin sister. Oh, gosh, that's awesome. Where are you going? Where are you cruising to? You can always catch the replay. I'm glad you're going. How fun. I didn't know you were a twin. Twins are so special. Oh, out of water. Just wet everything up. That'll help. All right. Got too much water coming out. And then we just need a touch of this. Ooh, that's too, we need more white. Oh no. See, these wells are a little small for me. No, friend. You're not allowed to go over there. All right. Okie dokie. Let's color. Now, I got to think about this palette and what everything's going to be because a lot of the stuff is the same color. I mean, it's a very limited palette. We'll do this pink for this. She's going to be the star of the show. I'm starting something probably won't be able to finish. What time is it? 6:41. Yeah, we will not be able to finish this today. That's okay. I'll finish it on my own time and then I'll show y'all what it looks like another time. That's just kind of what we're doing this week, apparently. I need to start using my color cubes more. There's nothing wrong with them. They're great. I just never use them. I just can't justify buying more when I've used mine 3 times. And I am leaning very heavily into no buying and just using what I have. And also getting rid of a bunch of stuff. That's the phase I'm in. Okay. I feel like these should be pink in this card too. These right here, these poke flowers. Poke leaves, I think is what they're called. And Zentangle. I want to keep tangling too. I'm giving myself a break this month and doing the faces, but like, I definitely want to tangle more as well. Like I'll pick tangles another month. Do y'all have any practices? I'm going to announce them on the first of the month since I'm not a part of the Paper Stash Smash collab anymore. I'll just use the first of the month to announce kind of like what I'm working on for the next 30 days, which is kind of great and perfect for me. So that's kind of the plan right now. All right, let's make these bows bright as well. And then I think everything else will kind of rest behind them, color-wise. This bow is a this is all Zentangle. There is a bow tangle that we learned in October, in Inktober. This color is so pretty with the white. It almost is like wash. It's very flat. White makes your watercolors more opaque and flat. A lot of watercolor artists won't mix white. They call it cheating. I don't really care. I'm not a purist in any form. It's not in, it's just not in me. Oh, Crystal, you have a November birthday? Are you a Scorpio? I don't know if there's other signs in uh, November. Cool. Happy birthday. Well, we're going to have a party November 15th. So, yippee. Celebrate all of our November peeps. I love all the November people in my life. Okay, I'm going to also paint this darker part of this leaf with this color because it feels like a shadow color. You know what I want to add to this? Neon green. I might have to add some colors to this palette. It's so limited because it's a lot of the same color. It's a lot of this blue-green. I think neon green would be really pretty mixed into all of this. So, you know. Again, not a purist. Can't stick to the color card. It's a good jumping off place. It's a good jumping off place. Sandy, gotta go. Oh, Jason has to go. Heading off to work. Have a great day, Jason. I'm enjoying my first week of retirement. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I woke up going, girl, you can't buy more art supplies until your retirement is fully funded each month. That was my message to myself this morning. Like, you need to make sure you're fully funding a retirement before you're buying any art supplies. I want to retire one day. I am so happy for you, Crystal. I mean, I'd like to retire today if I could. Oh man, you'd hear me celebrating. I'm in Texas. I don't know where you are, but you would still hear me having the time of my life. I'd probably get arrested. I'd be so happy and do something wrong. All right, let me mix in. We are definitely going to add some neon green because it's my party. And I'll add green if I want to. That's looking pretty neon green all by itself, even though it's just my yellow because my yellow got dirty. Yeah, I like it just like that. And that is going to go in this flux over here. Our flux is going to be this color. What time is it? Ooh, 6:49. So when you paint with watercolor and how I'm just kind of like slopping it, we'll say slapping, slapping it on here, it does cover your lines. Now I have found with only with this paint, and I'm not trying to sell you this paint because I don't make anything. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if you buy this paint or not. But this paint is the most transparent I've ever found, to where once it dries, the lines still look pretty black. I mean, a couple of areas in this pink they don't, but that's only because I added white. But to the ones that are just the pure color, when they dry, you still see your black lines. And that is the first watercolor that I've found that's like that. It's really transparent. Otherwise, you know, I've got it loaded in the stamp positioning tool over there. And so I will be able to re-stamp on top if I want to. But really, I might just with my micron go over that flower because most everything else looks fine. And that's one of the things that I really love about these core watercolors is that with every other watercolor I've ever had, even my precious Kuretake, you have to stamp back over it if you want crisp black lines, and these are different. You don't have to do that with these. So that was one of the things that I've been playing with these since July that I loved about them. Now another thing I can do once these are dry is come back in with a colored pencil and add depths and layers and shadows and colors. Bye, babe. Love you. All right. What time is it? 6:52. Okay. I think I'm going to stop here for now. I'm going to let everything dry. It's really pretty, isn't it? I do think I was just trying to think of what color I would do the frame, and I think I will do the frame in this blue that matches the bows. But I can do this on my own time. I will share this with y'all, the finished version, like on Saturday when I come back and hang out with y'all at 10 a.m. I'm going to post it in my community. It'll be me and Karen. Okay, the frame is down here, right here. Beep, bop, boop. Danger, danger, because this is still wet. The flux, which is this design right here, is still wet. This is very springy. I was destined to be a card maker because I never want to craft in season. And as a card maker, you don't have to. Okay, we're going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to put that to the side and bring back the faces. All right, let's do this thing. The basics. Grab a pencil. Wherever you want your head to tilt is you. I'm sorry, I got to skip past a lot of the convo. Hi, Janine. So I can get caught up to y'all. Hi, Michelle. See, I would have missed y'all. Oh, you celebrated your birthday a few days ago. Happy birthday. Okay, he's gone now. So on November 15th, we will celebrate all of our November birthdays here with my husband opening all your cards that you sent him. I cannot tell y'all how happy it makes me. It's amazing. Y'all are so sweet. I haven't seen the cards yet. Y'all are just, I'm getting them in the mail and I'm just so excited for him. It's going to be a huge surprise. And I love that you're hooking him up because he supports me. Without his support, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a channel, you know? So we got to support the man that supports the woman. All right. So whichever way you want your head to tilt or look, there's basically two lines that create that. So let's have this girl looking up at the chat. So she's going to turn her head I'm going to have her head turned this way and this way. So basically I've created this arc now to where I'm going to have her eyes drawn and looking up and her head is turned that way. Okay, so this girl could be straight on. So the lines will just go down straight and across straight like that. And then we'll have this girl looking over there at her friends and like, hey, what's next? So she's going to look more like this. She's going to be kind of tilted up too. So those are the formation of your face. I know they're kind of hard to see because I want to be able to erase them. Okay, and then you add the detail and don't be too fussy. And there, she's looking over here. She's looking up. At the chat. She's reading the chat. I'm hardly able to keep up, but she is. You never heard of Flo? She and her brother are coming to stay with us for a week. Aw. Vicky, how fun. What kind of watercolor are those? Sorry, I missed it. These are core, and I would flip it over, but I got a whole big mess. QOR, and they're by the Golden brand. You probably heard of Golden, like paints and things. It's by that brand. Whoops, I connected her nose to her eyebrow, and that is not the thing to do. You connect it, I connected it to her eyeball, and you need to connect the nose to the eyebrow. All right, well, we just got to hustle here. And I honestly feel like faces turn out better when you do just kind of like slap them together. Okay, with her face turned, this side here is going to be shortened. Okay, so this one's going to be elongated because you're seeing more of that side of the face. And this one's going to be shortened because you're seeing less because she's turning and looking up. I hear you, bird. And then let's just give this girl some eyeballs real quick. And some eyebrows. She's looking straight on at me going, hey, girlfriend, you gonna like do all your adulting today? Huh? Are you? Are you? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. Give her some lips. All right, and then this one's looking over here. And shucks, I don't have my markers here. We won't be able to finish these together either. This is another side turned face. She's got a smirk. Like, Look at her smirk. She's like, sure. Like she's going to be on time. And she's even got a line. She's smirky. Don't smirk at me. Your neck lines up with your eyeballs. So if you ever wondered how much neck they be having, it lines up with their eyeballs. Okay? Let me grab a marker so you can see these, or a pen. I know it's hard to see pencil on camera. So this is part of my 100 faces in 30 days. Your ears line up with the eye and the nose. Okay, if you want to give them ears. Better to hear the bird with, right? All right. And I like bushy eyebrows. And I do like big, oversized eyes, I found out. I don't like little beady eyes. I'd almost rather them look cartoonish with big eyes than have little beady eyes. The whites in the eyes really kind of bring the whole thing together. I will say that. What a morning. Sorry for getting here 15 minutes late. I'm so glad you guys came, that you're hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of everything today. I will come back and add the information for the card drive into this video description once I have it. Today, I'll update y'all on Saturday at 10 a.m. Again, Karen will be here with me. I have a special guest. Let's slap some hair on these, because the hair is what really brings it all together. So let's see, she's gonna have some bangs. I like bangs. And she's got hot pink hair because she says you only live once, have fun. It's just hair. That's her motto. Okay. Uh-oh. I thought my brush was cleaner than that. And this girl's part of the Funky Hair Club too. They're just misbehaving. And having fun while they do it. What time is it? 7:02. Whew, okay. If it was any later, that would be a problem. Okay. She just has a little side part there. Okay. So they're not masterpieces, but I'm not going for masterpiece. I'm trying to improve my drawing skills is all. And she stands out from the crowd. She's like, yeah, they like pink. I'm a turquoise girly. I want to be able to draw my own stamps and things like that. And if I'm going to do that, I have to practice drawing more. Remember when I saved some of that neck color? So I'm going to grab that real quick. Good morning, Karen. I've been telling everybody what time to get here on Saturday. We've been painting. I'm doing, you already know this, but I'm doing 100 faces in November just for myself. I won't be doing this with y'all all the time, so don't worry. I know this is not everyone's thing, but I wanted to show you what I've been up to. So there's my 3 faces for today. So yeah, 3 faces a day. I'll date it. And then I got to run. We made this adorable card. Yes, yes. We started painting this one. So cute. Date, pencil. 11/6 today. Done. And there they are. Fun. All right. I can add more to them later. I'll finish those girlies up later, because really, once you start adding in the eye color and the whites of the eyes, she's got a scrunchie, which I love. And the blush and, you know, lip color and cheek color. And then she's got like, she's an Indian girl. She's got her third eye covered. So, you know, just whatever. but it really does help finish them off. My choir girls. This one, I was practicing features, and I'm kind of putting the things in here. I discovered that blush is really better with colored pencils. And then over here is where I was like, oh, I do not, this is the Black Beard Club. I don't like little beady eyes. I think they all have real little beady eyes. I like big eyes, I've discovered. And you discover these things when you practice, practice, practice. I have to run, like for real. Like I should have stretched first. I love you guys to pieces. I hope y'all have a super awesome day. Karen and I will be back here on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bring your paints, bring your paper, bring your patience, and get ready for a good time. Bertha, Bethany, Shay, love y'all. Sorry I didn't say hi sooner. I love all of you guys so much. Jeanette, it was wonderful to see you. Eileen, everybody. You're all just big, beautiful hearts, and I just love you guys. Okay, have a great day. Bye.